History and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. This pass out wide to Hall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and learning all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. It's caught on the right side at Smith. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. You talk about this Miami defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
3rd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. And he is caught. Well, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. The Eagles at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they're going to fall here, and now you're looking at going 40 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice march of the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Now Cade York for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf, dude. That's bottom shelf material. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Miami defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Channing Tindall. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Hey, let's go.
Hurts. This is Smith with the ground. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cam Smith in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. The man in motion is Brown.
Hey, easy, 63, back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11th. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The 2 is going to change things up.
20 TX.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you? Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty. Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first. Tua now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Open man is Fortson. He's got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Tua going to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
In motion, Hill.
Long. Solo left side on. Solo left side. Number 1, high.
Here's Tua. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
The frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
They'll run for it with A-Chain. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down. But from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down. So quite a call there. They go on 4th and inches and wind up getting 5 yards. Looking to pass. Tua. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Now Tua. Another catch there for Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. York now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
14, Eagles 3. York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Back to throw here. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Verone McKinley. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by the Dolphins. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. This is caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Eagles 3. York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Ball again on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
73! 73!
They'll set up a throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. A big... Rookie, an interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Tua sets up to pass it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Miami.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
To Jalen Waddle. A 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd
and we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Tua to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Number 2. Number 1, high. Hey, 21, T8. Hey, turbo 2. Turbo 2. Turbo 2. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Out.
Tua, fast pass outside complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
3rd and 9.
They go play action with Hurts. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. They still can't get him. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
He's right, no. Out.
Play action, now it's Tua. Diving catch. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
No touch it. No touch it.
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It got his man complete. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 56 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now it's A-Chain headed right. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And they'll get him down right around the 16. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now Tua signaling to change things up. And now an audible here into something else. Tua going to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2.
All right, fellas.
Tua going to try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Dolphins 44, Eagles 3.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
And he's got this down to the 35. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
That's good for the Eagles. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Good.
3rd and 3.
$63.
Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Hall. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. They'll try to run with Hall. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Breece Hall, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are able to at least get one score back. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A give up the middle to H.A. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. H8, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Out to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Hey, let's go.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. It looks like they'll move things around here. 2nd down, here's Hurts. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Ball again on 2nd down. And caught up!
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now a 2nd and 10. Running right, here's A-Chain. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing is Hurts. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis.
There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon A-Chain with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Cam Smith. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On 2nd down, a run by A-Chain. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
They set up the screen to A-Chain. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
3rd down, here's A-Chain. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. York on now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Dolphins 65, Eagles 10.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Ball again on second down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. They're going to look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. H.A. now up the middle. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
32 stairs.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Cade York on now for the field goal. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. York able to send this one through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And This defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24.